Hello, monkey. Oh, I forgot my tea. Wait. Oh man, what a day today. Very chaotic. I'm also late. 10 minutes, man. Oh well. So, what we do today, I'm not sure if I will be successful, but we have to solve it. I'm not sure if today, but I mean, to start something new or tackle that issue, I was choosing the issue instead. So we did the tavern, and it looks kinda cozy and nice, but the problem is we added the kitchen area and the props only pop up when we're close to it, I guess because this thing is clipping, or how to say, like whatever is behind it is getting clipped away. I don't know why it's not happening with this thing, but that's not the only issue. We can also see like the top side and whatever of the translucent base, and it's just not ideal. Like, what is this? One part of the interior is visible, but the floor is cutting it. So yeah, we need to get a masked material out of this, which means I need to find a way to make that shader differently. Which means we need a virtual area that we can render and then see if we can hit that pixel. I think. For this, I randomly stumbled upon a video that is making something 3D inside another 3D object via shaders, which he uses for water in a glass or a tank. So we could use that to have a plane in an area, virtually shaded, and then test it from the camera angle to the actual object to say if it should be visible or completely gone from the mask. So our current shader looks like this. Which has like the stencil, which is like the plane we have over there. I would assume. So the plane itself makes a texture inside here, which is on our camera, and then in this shader we can grab that information out of there and check the coordinates, I assume. If it's this value. Or that pixel? I'm not really sure. I really need to test and find out how this works. But I would assume this is like the 3D place. What happens if I do this? Nothing changed here. Why though? Don't these things have like... Can I get to the parent and parent? Ah, this one. Oops. Yeah, let's do that real quick. This one goes in here, and if I do that, should be able to see something change, I thought. I need to apply? No. What happens if we... Ah, it's because of the emissive. I see. Completely white. I mean, it makes sense because whatever this is needs to be faded. Everything behind it is that thing. Yeah, it's like a look glass now. So everything that has that stencil is right now white, which is what we want. Now, how do we do this part? For this, I have a very cool video by this very smart person, Unreal Learn. And sadly, he didn't do any videos since a year or the like. I think 10 months is the last one he did. So let's watch this. So Unreal Learn, thank you for this. I hope this will help me.
Hi, I'm Daniel, and in this tutorial I'm gonna show you how to use virtual plane coordinates inside Unreal Engine's materials. So, basically here I have this checker inside my sphere, but the truth is that the checker doesn't exist. The sphere is not even transparent. So, this method, this node, is gonna let you make a plane inside your mesh with own UVs so you can project any kind of the texture on it. For example, here I have this water dispenser with the water tank and the water inside, even with own normals. But the truth is that there is no geometry at all, and the barrel is not transparent. So this example I'm gonna show you in the next video. Here we are in the Unreal Engine Material Editor. You can see that the blend mode is opaque, so there is no translucency at all. And here is our node, Virtual Plane Coordinates. It has 3 outputs and 4 inputs. So let's start with the inputs. First input is a plane normal axis. It's telling our plane which direction.
Okay. Let's do our own little shader. Call it test or something for now. And what does he have? Virtual plane coordinates. This is a Unreal thing, right? No. There. He uses this thing.
Face. Now it's 0, 0, 1 and it's facing the z-axis. You can change it to 0, 1, 0 and it's gonna face the positive y-axis.
This is the direction, the normal.
And now the plane x-axis is basically a forward vector of our
Plane center object position.
1, 0, 0. But there is
And use these to
the plane x-axis
and do two inputs here. Where to parameter face normal. Another one that's called wait. He uses the object center, but I want to position it myself. Ooh, okay. And then plane position. The thing is, we also will need two planes if we can manage to cut these. This shouldn't be unlimited. We need to mask this. Plane x-axis. Where do I put that? Important. What does our friend do?
never can be the same as the plane normal axis. And also, both of those values should be normalized. So let's add a normalized node to both of them. And now we can use the plane x-axis to rotate our plane. So if I add...
Okay, so we could get the right of this vector somehow and then make it so that this is never the same. But I don't know how. I can calculate that. It turns it into a 4-1. This one is like the... I guess this is without the alpha. Is this input with the alpha? I don't know. Yeah, so we cannot just say up vector or something. For now, we could just say x1, but it will... Yeah, it's fine for now. We can never have it faced to the x direction. But no. Oh, my tea. overdid it a little bit. Up to the prime. Okay. But I hope I will not spill it. Let's continue watching this.
1 to y is gonna rotate by...
I assume these are his own
the third input,
creations.
plane center. It's a position of our plane in the world. I'm using the...
What is that? Is that
So
just...
it's always with my object at the origin point of my object. And the last input is a UV scale. The default value is 1, so it's like this. We can scale it up or down, but we can...
The UVs we don't care about.
So for now, I'm gonna skip this one. The outputs are very simple. The first one is a UVs. So if I preview this one, here you can see the UVs of our plane. So that's why we can project...
Is this a special thing? Virtual plane. How did he get that out? Is that a function? What is that? Why is that a note on his side?
The type of the texture on it. The second and third one are very similar. So let's go there. And here I have a little description. So the second one is a position of each pixel of a plane in a world space. And the third one is a position of each pixel of a plane in an object space. So let's see the difference. Let's plug it to the base color and go to the 000 position of my world. And now if I move the object and the plane,
I think it just
origin doesn't move. So now each pixel has
saves the value, so you can use it somewhere else.
Input, output. Now each pixel has the value of the position it's gonna move with the virtual plane. So here I'm making this sphere mask. To make this sphere mask, I'm taking the object local bounds with only one channel, multiplying it by half, so it's gonna give me the radius.
Check local bounds. What are the bounds of a plane? See the bounds here? That bounds are way greater. Because of the diagonal? We cannot use the bounds of the box. Bounding box we cannot use because it depends on the rotation unless we take like double or something, I don't know. I guess the yellow part is what we need. Okay, let's continue.
Use of my object, and I'm using it as a radius for the sphere mask. With the...
He uses a sphere mask. Is there any other mask? Bitmask, boss mask 2D. Need to test subjects. I'm not sure. Maybe emissive put it in. Yeah, I have no idea how this works. No change. I don't know how it works. Virtual plane position centered. Sphere mask. Not normalize. I mean, I don't need because I will always let them normalize in here anyway. Or not, I won't. Now what? The last one is virtual centered. Here mass A in 0. 0. Here. No change. 2 after. Sphere mask. Just saves it as sphere mask there. Again.
Channel, multiplying it by half, and if I change it to the third input output, now each pixel has the value of the position related to the origin point of the plane. So it's gonna move with my object. Okay, but what can I do with the virtual plane? So here I'm making the sphere mask. To make the sphere mask, I'm taking the object local bounds with only one channel, multiplying it by half.
Okay, by now I should have the same thing that he does, but I don't. What happened? What do I do differently? Why doesn't it work?
So it's gonna give me the radius of my object, and I'm using it as a radius for the sphere mask, with the 0 offset in B, and for the A, I'm using the virtual plane world position centered, because I want my sphere mask to move along with the object. Okay, let's talk about this part. So before we start, let's change the texture to something else. Like
Texture, I don't care.
Value same stance, which this offset C of 0, 0, and lerping it based on the sphere mask with the another vector 0, 0, 1, but this one is transformed from the world space to 10. Tangent space. And if we go to the viewport and to the buffer visualization for plane. So before that,
What is the transform vector? Is this a function heat build?
the mission size. So the value of 1 will be exactly the same as the extents of my object. So I'm taking my own parameter, I'm dividing it by the extents, and after that, the last thing you need to do of our calculator to 0 and 1, so we can see one issue easier. Okay, I'm taking the vector of 0, 0, 1 in tangent space, because the normal is by default in tangent space, and lerping it based on the sphere mask with the another vector 0, 0, 1, but this one is transformed from the world space to tangent space.
Now what?
And if we go to the viewport from the world space to tangent space, and if we go to the viewport and to the buffer visualization and the world normal, now you can see we have own normal for our plane. But the issue here is the roughness doesn't look right because of the normal, that plane normal that is on top of our sphere. The thing that we can do is to blend our flat normal with the sphere normals, so it's gonna look more like a plane inside the ball. So let's do this. It's very simple. All we need to do is just to add one more lerp between the world space normal and the tangent space normal. If we do that, our normal, now we can see like a reflection on the curvature of our ball. And the normal looks like this. You see, the normal is still inside, but it's also take a little from the outside. In my opinion, that looks better. And that's all about virtual plane coordinates. So next time we're gonna break down this water dispenser. As you can see, it's a little more complicated, but I'm trying to keep my effects as simple as possible, so it's easy.
I really don't need the normal.
And I will be very
So what is the issue I'm experiencing here? It's not needed for my case. This is all I need. Why does this not work? Hard. I mean, already with this, I would need to see a plane, but we don't. Very strange. What does he
Here we
do?
are in the
201100. Virtual object position absolute. That's and then what?
Unreal Engine Material Editor. You can see that the blend mode is opaque, so there is no translucency at all. And here is our node, Virtual Plane Coordinates. It has 3 outputs and 4 inputs. So let's start with the inputs. First input is a plane normal axis. It's telling our plane which direction should it face. Now it's 0, 0, 1 and it's facing the z-axis. You can change it to 0, 1, 0 and it's gonna face the positive y-axis. But let's keep it at z. And now the plane x-axis is basically a forward vector of our plane. Right now it's 1, 0, 0. But there is a very important thing that the plane x-axis never can be the same as the plane normal axis, and also both of those values should be normal.
That's strange. Should be seeing something there, but I don't. Having
Normalized. So let's add a normalized node to both of them. And now we can use the plane x-axis to rotate our plane.
virtual plane coordinates. Virtual plane coordinates.
If I add 1 to y, it's gonna rotate by 45 degrees. The third input is a plane center. It's a position of our plane in the world. I'm using the object position, so it's also very. Here you can see the UVs of our plane. So that's why we can project any type of the texture on it. The second and third one are very similar. So let's
It's
go
not
there.
doing it.
And here I have a little
Okay, what is it called again? Virtual plane coordinate. Unreal virtual plane coordinate.
Hi, I'm Daniel, and in this tutorial I'm gonna show you how to use virtual plane coordinates inside Unreal Engine's materials. So, basically
Really?
here I have this checker inside my sphere, but Hi, I'm Daniel, and in this tutorial I'm gonna show you water tank. Here we are in the Unreal Engine material editor. You can see that the blend mode is opaque, so there is no translucency at all. And here is our node, virtual plane
Using the same, but it's red. Doesn't matter.
coordinates. It has 3 outputs and 4 inputs.
So what am I doing wrong then?
So let's start with the inputs. First input is a plane.
What if I do it in a different project? Let's play around with this one here. It's already interesting. And we recreate it in cake. All the colors are different. Why is that? Oh, never mind, it's the bloom. Okay, so let's keep going. One. And then... Oh, was that the problem maybe? Okay, I guess I'm misunderstanding this part.
Normal axis. It's telling our plane which direction should it face. Now,
In world position center. So it is maybe a node in Unreal then.
it's 0, 0, 1, and it's facing the z-axis. You can change it to 0, 1, 0, and it's gonna face the positive y-axis. But let's keep it at z. And now the plane x-axis is basically a forward vector of our plane. Right now it's 1, 0, 0. But there is a very important thing, that the plane x-axis never can be the same normalized. So let's add a normalized node. To both of them. And now we can use the plane x-axis to rotate our plane. So if I add 1 to y, it's gonna rotate by 45 degrees. The third input is a plane object position object. And the last input, this one. The outputs are very simple. The first one is a UVs. So if I preview this, are very simple. The first one is a UVs. So if I preview this one, here you can see the UVs of our plane. So that's why we can project any type of the texture on it. The second and third one are very similar. So let's go there. And here I have a little description. So the second one is a position of each pixel of a plane in a world space. And the third one is a position of each pixel of a plane in an object space. So let's see the difference. Let's plug it to the base color and go to the 0, 0, 0 position of my world. And now if I move the object and the plane, you can see that the origin doesn't move. So now each pixel has the value of the position related to the 0, 0, 0 of the word. And if I change it to the third input output, now each pixel has the
That's
value
not what
of
happens with mine. Not doing it. It's because of the position. What was it called again? Object position. There you go. Now we have to find out the
scale. Position of each plane and go to the 0, 0, 0 object pixel, the word. I'm half again. Okay, but what can I do with the virtual plane? So here I'm making the sphere mask. To make the sphere mask, I'm taking the
object local bounds. Ah, okay, maybe the thing. Object local bounds. Component R multiplied by 0.5. Sphere mask. Ah. All right. Already good. Following it now. This is what I want. Okay. I can rotate it. Can I do a box mask? Let's see. Maybe. Bounce. I don't know. $100. Oh, there's something there. I'm not sure what is going on there. 90, 50. It's getting smaller. Why does it vanish? Just disappears. Why? Mm-hmm. It is not centered though. Why is that? Hmm. Well, damn. Unreal virtual plane of center. Virtual plane coordinates wrong. Center. Normal. This doesn't matter. Oh no, we cannot do that. Why is it off center? Are the normals important? Shouldn't be. Gotcha. That it is center is very, very because for him it's not off center. So what did I do wrong again?
In tangent space, because the normal is do with the virtual plane. So here I'm making this sphere mask. To make this sphere mask, I'm taking the object local bounds with only one channel, multiplying it by half, so it's gonna give me the radius of my object, and I'm using it as a radius for the sphere mask, with the zero offset in
Oh, it worked. What's wrong with the bounds? The only thing that is missing now to make it turn. Sorry for the loud music. I'm back. Kinda works. Kinda. I did boxed. I will have something strange happening. This. Maybe that does work. Okay, so we can make one here. Can use a position, we can use a normal, the axes don't matter. And then we can use this box with these values. And this is the size. So it works out. So having this anymore. Here. Good work. Now if I put this on mask too, we have a little plane floating. So now we would need to put that thing here and find out the normal. This tangent, which I even could find out from Blender to have the exact number. Not everything we want to do, right? Want to be able to see through here and only see the things behind it. for now, take one object like the furnace, put this in. So right now, anything going through there will be visible. Delete the sphere here. There it is. Which is a problem. I want this to be one-sided. Unreal Virtual Plane Coordinates one-sided. Okay, we have to find out that this thing can only be visible from one direction. Copy this into there? No, I can't. Be right back. Alrighty, I am back. So, where was I? I wanted to copy the position here. For now. Like so. We can see something there. Also add wait. Use the correct position. You did, okay. Why is it? It seemed stretched, but let's take the normal from Blender. That's not what it. Is it really? Why is it not working anymore? Oh, now it works. Interesting. Why was it so strange before? Wait. Huh? Minus 0.5. Plus 8 whatever. Yeah, kinda is correct. This is coordinate. Out. We need this is x-axis and y. It needs to be minus x minus y. So y. There it is. $100. I mean, it covers it. That should be fine. Okay. And now we need this. Whatever is here. To here. So multiplied by 0.5 is emissive. This is the base. So right now, I'm not sure, is this already what we need? Probably not. Yeah. Because this is the cube. Cube we don't care about. We want is... Where is it? This thing. Huh. Seems like it already is working. So we don't need this. This is already what we need. The problem is it is double-sided. Because this means if I go from the other side, I can still see it. And this is not okay. We have to find a way to make this one-sided. Whatever this is. This needs to be one-sided right now. Here. We cannot look through. How do I make this one-sided? Is it some kind of if? We need the camera position maybe. Here's the camera position. Okay, so this dot this minus plane center. And we have the if here now. If this greater than 0, then the red in blue is for now. Yeah, that doesn't work. First, this. What I need is this. 0, 6. Why? Great. So if it is blue, we want 0. If it's on that edge, say 0, it doesn't matter. And else we do this. This. Right. See from one side. This should be opaque now. Oops. This. Now we got it correct. This is the view. I'm not sure. Okay, so that's working out. I can't see it from the other side. If I remove that if statement and plug this in, and this is double-sided, you can see. So if I add it again, up here should be visible from the side. Yes! We got it, guys! There we go. All my problems, at least most of them, now gone. Now I have a masked shader I can use. Problem is, we have 2 openings. So I would need 2 variables. Let's tidy this up a little bit. My Unreal Engine already update? When did it do that? I didn't realize. Anyway. That, and then we have to do an add if we want to use multiple of these. It's the texture, we don't need this. So, perimeter, this is focus or window normal 1. Window location 1. And then window size 1. Window 2, what is it? Not a scale, like part of it. I mean, I could say activation for a lack of better words for now. So per default this is not active. Per default this should be 1 0 0. Position should be 0 0 0. Now we got our magical material here. What did we use for the other things? So we can add these. Pencil, we don't care. Base color, blah blah blah. What's here? Opacity, that's all. So we need one for opacity and double-sided, and one where it's just opaque. So let's rename this now. Save all. Folder, window rendering or something like that. Window rendering. What should I call this? Window rendering master. Window rendering master here. Okay. Let me duplicate this. Window rendering masked, and okay, the masked one we can do by multiplying here, I guess. And then we need both as double-sided too. Save all. Duplicates. Window rendering. Double. And duplicate window rendering. Masked double. Okay, we got everything. Wow, I wouldn't have thought that I would solve this issue, honestly. Now let's see how it works in an actual thing. Map. Dummy. Interior tavern. So this is fine, this is fine. Tavern exit material old. This needs to be replaced. Cancel. Old. 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 Everything is old. Old, okay. I guess we have them all now. It's all fine. So now I need some children of these. So the tavern exit material old is just a normal one. Child. And then we copy that in here without the olds. And that goes here. Move. And there it is, so open both. I can get whatever is in old into the new one. Ah, we need to do these though. Hello Gargon! How are you doing, man? I need to find whatever is going on here first. Things. No, wait, stencil value. I don't care about that. Material olds, physics material parent. What? Where's the texture? Something happened here. Find parent. Window? Ah, I need this one. So base value is here. Wait, did I just mix up things? Yeah, here. I need that. So base value is still something we need. What do you mean, Anno stream? Hello? I have work to do here. I can only play after I stream my game. My game developments. Which is like, I already have almost no time. It is already, I don't know. I usually don't have time to play in the midweek, but it depends. I might stream, but it will be very late. But honestly, who would watch an Anno stream? As long as you're not established streamer, who the hell cares about a little monkey playing Anno? ST stencil values, I don't care. The only thing we need is the space value. I need to add this. I already have it! What the hell? Where is it? What's this? And what's going on with this then? It doesn't need it. I don't understand anymore. I am so cooked. What the hell? Here's the base value. And this thing is getting it from there, no? This thing here. Open it. There's the base value. Why don't I see it here? Physics, parent, preview mesh. I don't understand. Well, that is true. I am losing my sanity here because what the hell? Apply? Now it's there. What the hell? Why was it not? What? When was it changed? The fuck is going on here? Anyway, 0 and this texture we need. No, the texture we don't care. We just need this 0 and then we need to add these things. Oh god, okay, I lost the... No, I still have it. So the normal for both is this. Give me that. 1, 1. Okay, we don't care. And minus this. And then I need... The size is 200. Maybe this is too large. But we don't care right now. We just need the 2 locations here now. Which is... Well, great. I cannot use it from Blender. We need to have it from here somehow. Something like this. And the position should be like this. So 400 whatever. For window 2. Wir sind an was Großem dran, Dagon. This one. This one. This one. And the second one is right here. With this one, and this one. So our first shader is set up now. But this is the exit. I I'm losing it! I'm losing it! Okay, okay. No problemo. No problemo. Let me... Tavern. This is the exit. We need... floor. Okay, I'm not sure if you know what I'm doing, but you see these two openings? Right now, I had like a method where we can render the things from one side, but if I go through, it's gone. So we can only see these things from one side. The problem is, if I use that method, I can only have translucent material, and you can see that the stew inside this thing is going through the metal, for instance, and if I go a little bit away, things disappear and whatever, depending on my location. So that's not good. What I need is not a translucent material, it is a masked one. But with the method I'm using, I cannot use the masked one. So what I'm doing right now is I am rendering a virtual plane inside the material itself. So how to say see this thing? Normally this is this sphere, but I mask it so that the virtual space here is now a plane. So there is actually no plane here. It is on the surface of that sphere that there is a rectangle here now. Actually, this is a sphere with only this rectangle looking at the camera, always like a rectangle. So I'm using that virtual thing in here like a imaginary plane here. There is no plane or mesh anything. There's just a mathematical plane here. And I am now from the camera telling this object, like the stove, hey, if your pixel in the 3D plane is getting through the imaginary plane and hits the camera, then show it. That's what I'm doing. And everything I already did, I just need to apply it now. And then we will see some magic happen. Some very good magic, actually. Like, really good. So this is the floor. This just needs this normal one. Something like Portal, but it's more like an imaginary portal. I'm not actually looking through a portal. I'm creating an imaginary portal where you can only look through. And I cannot just have a 3D object of that portal. It is not an object in Unreal. It is a mathematical structure. Well, let's move this here. So now we have to copy the things over to this guy. This the old one. Base value needs to be 1, yes. We also need these. Oh god, okay. Let's do some trickery here. So somehow I'm missing things. Base value is there. Ah, I need to open these. Do I? No, I don't need to open these. Just copy it from here. Copy. Please paste it. Paste. Good. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Now, the old one has stencil 2, we don't care. Base value is 1, we don't care. Texture, we do care. The sizes we need to do, but this needs to be this. And then 200, 200, that should work for now. Base value, I don't care. Save this. And now I can take this and then the old floor, this one, can be our new floor. This one. And ta-da! We can see through. But not this one. Why? Oh, it's not active. That's why. Where's the activation? Here, window 2 activation 1. Save. And now we should be able to see the floor! See? Now we can see the floor through here, but if I go here, the floor disappears. Now we need to do the others. One by one. Yes, very happy actually. You have no idea how cool this is. Like, it is a small thing, but when the camera is outside the player fields, I want to see only the things that are relevant and not the fields outside. So then if you are outside and then zoom in, all of a sudden you also have a roof and whatever, and you can see through here, you know? It's like a very nice feeling. So this is a tavern material stencil, which is the walls, which only needs this again here. This one. Move. Boop. Boop. And we open these two. So this is the stencil. And this is the old material stencil old. This stencil, we shouldn't call this stencil. This should be, wait, tavern. No, this is like window render, tavern floor, material instance. And for now, this can stay like this. Open these up, activate, 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 1. And this goes in here. Then we need this guy Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. I think these are similar. Paste. 200, 200, 1, everything else is fine. Save. Then this guy, where is it? Why are we in temple? Not area, area tavern. Tavern, pencil, old, boom. Hahaha, now we don't have that render issue anymore. Okay, what's next? We can rename this to window render stencil material instance like this. Okay. Then this is old, this is old. We can even remove these at some point, but we need to go with this first. Tavern, props, material stencil. I need multiple of these. I need one that is double-sided. Probably. Yeah, this is the double-sided one. I need... I mean, masked they are always anyway. Why did I don't need this. I don't need the masked one here. I can use this here. Depending on what we will do, but I think this is like this. We don't need this actually, because masked, they are all masked, and these two can go. Double-sided masked. We need same thing going on here. And then we can remove these two. And we only have two materials to worry about. Save all. What else? Let's continue. Tavern. This one. This is the normal one, render. And then the double-sided. Wait. This is not two-sided. Need to make this two-sided. Why? Then copy this name. Make child. Add. And move over here. Turn. Open this. Wait. There. This guy here. Don't need any more. Copy. Paste. Paste. Remind me that I need to do the exit. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Paste. 200. Window, yes. Okay. Tavern props material. But we don't need it here. We will use it somewhere else. Just need this one. So let's continue, I guess. This is called window renderer. Tavern props material instance. This is done. We need this. This copy over here. Not old. Move. Turn. Old one, that's the new one. Need this. Okay. That, don't need that. Don't need this. Paste. Save. Then this is the old one. New one. VR. Tavern props. Material instance. Double. Sided. Two more left. I think the rest I have. I also need to do the exit one with the new position, and I need to find out the normal via Blender. But for now, these are done. Just need these two stuff. Need this. Create. Go over, move, Tavern, these, get this, put here, close it, one, yes, 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 yes. Copy, paste, a shift right click, shift left click. Okay, save, that's also done. This is VR, and so material instance. Perfect, only one left, which is this. What is this wood stencil? It's the roof. This this. Move over. Open this and open that. This here, please. And right, left, right, left, right, left, left. And we're done. We can now use the... where are we? Temple. Top. Enter. Tavern. And this one is now... material instance. And we can use this to now see also a roof. Okay, so we are only needing the exits, but that's something we have to do in Blender. So, for the exits, we need some kind of face here. So we can also just use this as the face. And then run the script. Sadly, I did not get the result I'm looking for, I think. Or maybe I did get it. Okay. So we copy this. Text, text, text. So the X stays how it is. Okay, where is my exit? It's the old one, we need this one. Window 2 should stay closed. Don't care about that. What is this called here? Nice. So the position we need to find, but the normal is this one. And minus this one. Texture we don't care. Base value 0 is correct. Size 2 we don't care. Here the size we need to find out. Anyway. How do we get the position here? And also get rid of the planes. They are not needed anymore. Cube. Use this thing to roughly get the position. That's one of the things that I need to find a way to make it perfect. But for now, I have to use this. So the middle of this is kinda here, I guess. And then this works kinda 100. So this is the position. Where do we put it? exit material. Normal is fine. Position is here. Save, and we are done. Now we just need to apply everything in the correct thing. So I did that, but it shouldn't be. Might want to exchange it. They're all old, not correct. So exit material is here. Huh, it's even working here. That's amazing. But yeah, the position is not correct. We need to get a better position. See that? Up. Yeah, we are really off. Like this instead. Effective. Now we can use this for the exit. No, it should be safe. Yeah, now it's gone. Perfect. What else? Material. Wait, this should be renamed. Window rendering tavern exit material instance. Okay. Then tavern material. Yes. Tavern floor. We have an oopsie here. Which means I have to change it on every single material now. That will be fun. Tavern wood. Why is it called stencil still? With this, it should have a roof too, and it disappears when I'm on the other side. Good. Now we have probably no problems for that window, but we should fix it anyway. Okay, so we need that position. Give me the cube, please. Up. Now can we correct position? Well, we have collider. I don't know where the door is. The door itself, kinda here. Now we just need to align our perspective. Should be kinda here instead. Now let's close all these windows and open all the window renders. I'll actually place this. normal. First location. Okay. So shift right click, shift left click, shift left click, shift left click, left click, and left click. And then you open this and it should have no gap anymore. Amazing. Why do we have two different colors? What's different from this thing? Texture. And probably not removing. Give me the parent, please. I am doing that. So what is then the problem? Oh, that's the problem. Now the colors should be the same. Effective. Good. And here. Also. Alrighty, and now we can do the props. Let's see. Now one by one things will appear and it will look cozy. Just need to apply the correct shaders everywhere and we are done. And shelf. Okay, so this thing needs the prop material. One. What was this? This is the big bucket. And it's over there. This is still the box. You can go away for now. Really don't care about the cube. So that thing is there now. Next. Also the prop. The little bucket this appeared. Also a little counter with the carrot and leaf. Just double one. Could be this guy. Oop. Potatoes. The firewood. The mop. What did I add? Wait, what was that? And revert. Stove. Oh, I need the stove material. It'll be here. Why didn't it appear though? Something is not... Ah, because I Didn't add it. Here it is overwritten right now. Can I go to the defaults? Here. There we go. Tavern, props, material, stencil, mask, double. This is probably the pants which appear here. Yes, there they are. And then, what is this? Hot stew. Goes with this guy. Material, same thing. Sack. And now the shelf. And here we are. We solved the problem. It's only rendered from this side. Haha, we can be even far away and see it. Let's jump into the game and see how it looks. Amazing. Ah. Cute. Oh, I could also make some kind of particle effect here, so it's steaming here. But look, can zoom out. Oh, I see some mesh problems here. Yeah, this edge is not good for interior, but that's fine for now. I think I know what kind of flip I will do. Nice! My god! Ugh. So whoever is behind that channel, Unreal Learning thing, Unreal Learn, thank you very much. Your video really helped me a lot here. So we need to do these materials on the other interiors too, because now I can even show you the problem on one of the things, which is in the library here. That when we look through a hole here, for instance, this thing disappears sometimes, but I'm not sure when. Right now it seems to be fine. But usually it just goes away, poof. You still need the X-ray thing. Hello! That's creepy. So this one's fine now. Very strange. Maybe the shop is broken. Although it cannot be broken because it's just a ladder. That was always fine. Yeah. The only problem is maybe this, that this can happen. I don't think it's a big issue. But nonetheless, we need to change the way this this is done. Maybe we will do that next time before we start with the shrine. Which is this thing. We have only two things left. The temple. And the shrine. Right here. And then we can start the dialogue system, I guess. But before that we also need to polish some things on the outside here. But yeah, we need to be able to get in here from these two sides. Talk with an NPC here or something. Or maybe there are some NPCs sitting around here. Get some quests, but that is like very far in development. We need some kind of bestiary here, I guess. And so on, and so on. This looks still awful. Alrighty, I'm done for today. So I'm not sure if you are still here, Gargon, but thanks for tuning in. Everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, monkey.